Hey yo, what's up? It's Noka2 here with another comic haul. Um, First, as always, I want to thank everyone who takes their time to watch my videos. I know there's not a lot of you, but as I've stated before, do it for me. I was going to start off with this here, Power Girl #2, the Adam Hughes variant. If you watched my last video, I talked about how I had made a purchase on eBay for this book. That would have been in a very fine to near mint minus condition based on the photos. And this is not that book, but the seller sent it to me in a regular bubble envelope with just a regular comic backing board and a sticker that said fragile, thinking that it would not get damaged, which mind boggles me, in this day and age of comic sales on eBay. But irregardless, it perturbed me enough, and I've been looking for this book for a while in the wild, and have not come across it to the point where recognizing that it's a white cover majority, that I would just go ahead and buy a CGC copy. So that's what I did, a 9.6. And so now I'm happy with the cover that I have, and we'll close the book on that and go for my next Adam Hughes grail that I want, which is Supergirl and Legion of Superheroes #23. I will definitely buy that as a CGC because that's a pricey book. So let's get started with some of these books here. So I went to a dollar sale and a quarter sale. So all of these books, unless otherwise stated, were a dollar or quarter or cover price. So here's The Fly #1 by an imprint called Red Circle I've never heard of. It's not worth anything, but I paid a quarter for it, and it's a great Jim Steranko cover. So I bought that for a quarter. I bought this really just for the cultural significance that you will unlikely see this in a long time again, in this day and age of social and political appropriateness. Black Hawk, what number is this? 266 with the big swastika on there. I don't think we'll see that again for a long time. I did pay cover price for this, Seven Secrets #1. These comics I did actually, these weren't cover price. These I paid $10 for. Bang #1. I have not read this, but I thought it's kind of cool when I picked it up, where they have Keanu Reeves quoting it on there that he's read this comic, and basically it's a great effed up blend of James Bond and Tintin. So I thought that was kind of cool. I paid $10 for each one of those, and that's probably about the going rate still. If it gets optioned, this book is going to get hot. And then Bang #2. Bang #3 came out today, and I did have that pulled. So those were #2. I did pay cover price for. I found these. These were all a quarter. Captain Atom #1, Art Germ cover. #2. #3. Didn't have #4, but had #5 and #6. And I figured for a quarter, I'd pick those up. Actually, I take it back. Maybe I think I bought these for $1. $1. Yeah, I think I bought this for $1. These I did buy for a quarter. And I bought these because they were in near mint, and they're that prestige format. Supergirl being Supergirl #1, book 1. Got 2 copies of that for a quarter each. Book 3 and book 4. They didn't have book 2. but I'm sure I'll find that at some point. It's not a expensive book. And then I got these for a quarter each. I got these because it's a Jenny Frison cover, kind of a great looking cover. And this is the Witching Hour one shot. I think it's a one shot. Yeah, it's a one shot, number 1. I got 2 of those for a quarter. I thought that was a kind of a cool cover. Some more quarter books. Star Imprint Visionaries number 1. I remember that toy line. That was a good. I was out of toys by that age, but all the Star Imprints number 1 and the last issues and a couple of the more key issues I still try to get. Let's see what else I got here. Elektra number 3, Bill Sienkiewicz cover. I was missing that in my run. Let's see what else I got here. Now these were $1, which I thought was a great deal. Yeah, Justice Society of America number 1, first appearance of Cyclone and the new Starman. That's got a little bit of heat on it, and that is probably a $20 book now. These are a little bit of a spec book. CBSI actually talks about this book, actually the series, and I kind of agree. I think America Chavez is going to be the next hot character. So I've been looking and finding her books. Ultimates, number 5 variant by Yasmin Putri, Women of Power. I got 2 copies of that for $1 a piece. Doesn't go for anything yet. That's probably just a $3 to $5 book, but $1 I'm gonna hold on to that and see. Then I found almost all of her first series for cover price, which I thought was a decent deal. America number 3, number 4, number 5. This one, you know, even though it was bagged, it had a little printing error on there with the color rub off. That's number 6. That's a great cover. Number 7, the homage to Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA album. The lenticular cover of number 8, 2 copies of that. The homage to which issue is that? Is that? It's the one with Green Goblin holding Spider-Man. I don't know if you can see that or not on there. Which I think is Amazing Spider-Man 39. And here's the regular cover, number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. And then the last issue, number 12. And those were all cover price. Another cover price book that I found was this, Star Wars Adventures number 6. First appearance of Rose in comics from Last Jedi. Or, yeah, it was Last Jedi. These were $1. And I picked these up. New Challengers number 1 and number 2. They had really the majority of the run, but I just figured I'd pick up 1 and 2. They don't go for anything. Got this X-Men annual. Bought this because, you know, it's that, you know, square bounding book. It's an Arthur Adams cover and interiors. I couldn't recall if I had that. I should have this book in my collection, but it was in high grade near. I mean, this book is in crispy shape, and so I picked it up for a quarter, actually. And actually, I've started picking up some Uncanny X-Men in the late 100 issues, like 170, 180, early 200s, probably up to, probably up to 260s, just because, those were 20 years ago. And if I see them in really high grade near mint condition for less than $1, then I'll pick them up. Because I'm sure somewhere down the line, as new collectors come aboard, they're going to be looking for dollar comics, and I'm going to have that inventory. These I got for $1, which I thought was a decent deal for Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Number 2, number 3 for $1, and number 4. Second print variant, number 32, first appearance of Priscilla Fisk, Kingpin's daughter. And then number 34, I picked up all of them that they had for $1. I'm on board with Mercenot. He talks about this. He's talked about these next two books for a while, and I agree with him. I think they are going to mature over time. Right? They're just not hot yet. They're $1 books, really. I wouldn't pay more than $1. I'm not even sure if I'd pay cover price for them, to be honest. It's only $1.75. But this is Ghost Rider 21. Anytime I find this book in near mint, because it's a majority white cover, so it's prone to being dirty, even if it's bagged. But this is number 21, the first appearance of Mike Battolino, I think. Is that his name? Battolino? Snowblind 21, Ghost Rider. This is volume 2. And then I found this. Ghost Rider and Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance, number 9. Got that for $1. First appearance of Vengeance. That's still not worth that much yet. It's still only like a $5 book, but for $1 I'll pick it up if it's in near mint. And they had that little run of the issue, Carnival of Death 1 and 2, so I bought it 9 and 10. And I picked up 11 and 12 because they were $1, and I think this is a glow in the dark cover. Found this for $1. No, found this for $0.25. The Illuminati to pair up with my Avengers number 7 that I've shown. That was $0.25. I got this book here because it was $0.25 and it's a great Taskmaster cover. I have several of those copies when it first got released, thinking it was a great book, great cover, but it still hasn't gone up in value at all. It's still probably a $1 book. Thor number 6 for $1. Thunderbolts number 5 with Miles Morales on there, in the sight of Winter Soldier. And then Mighty Thor number 8 also for $1. Picked these up for cover price, which I'm surprised they were still on the rack for cover price. Batman: The Adventures Continue number 1. As you know, that second print's coming out. It's just a different color. Now this book got hot, and it's a $15 book already. I I had pre-ordered this only for the cover. It's the Dustin Nguyen cover. Issue number 2, first appearance is Sunny, Deathstroke's daughter. And not knowing what it was, I just liked the cover. I didn't get the regular cover. I've been looking for the regular cover, but I'm not paying $15 for it. So I got that at $1 cover price. And then I went into the store, and this was just last week, Thursday or Friday, and that was still on the rack at cover price. So I picked that up, which was amazing. What else do I want to show? Yeah, I'm gonna show that. Everybody knows those, so I'm not gonna show those. Got this for $1, which I thought was a decent deal. Mighty Avengers second print #1 by Frank Cho. Got this for $1, the Avengers movie homage. I think that's the movie adaptation. Just show this. I thought it was a cool cover. Had never really seen any of his work before. Raphael Grandpa. I'm a sucker for movie homage posters. Deceased, Dead Planet, #1, the homage to the movie poster Blade Runner, right? Now, I am all in on this book, too. I think this book, when it gets... I think it's going to get optioned. Is going to be a great story. And these are out of order. And that is Philadelphia #1. Variant cover. #2. I paid cover price for all of these. #3. #4. #5. One of these is the variant cover. I can't remember which one. And then #6. Oh, that's the variant. That's Neil Adams. And #6. Got this. Join the Future, #1. Now, this book here, I'll tell you, I didn't know anything about it. I went to this small comic shop, and it was sitting on the shelf. And they had one issue there. And it was funny, it was New Comic Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday before last. And I went in and really looking for some Thors, but they didn't have any. And I actually went in looking for Strange Academy variant print #3. Third printing of #1. Didn't have it. And they had this book on the rack. I didn't really realize what it was, and I almost passed it up. But since I went down there, because it's out of my way, I was like, well, okay, I'll buy something. And I didn't even know what it was, and they didn't know what it was, but they had put it on the rack. They said, yeah, they sent us that, so we just stuck it on the shelf. And so then when I got it home, I looked it up, and that was this. The gold 1 per store #1 of Firepower, which is like a $60 to $100 book, and I paid cover price for that. Which, I was like, wow. So, yeah. But, they didn't know and I didn't know, so I can't say I was doing a stealth buy because I didn't know. But it was a great deal, I guess, right? Now, from that same store the week prior, I did buy another copy of Legends of the Dark Knight. Knights, #1, everybody knows, hot book, first appearance of Robin King. I paid $12 for that, which, this same store, they were saying, they think it's underpriced. And I said, nah, I didn't think it was. I think it's about right. You know, you could, at that time, this was about 2 weeks ago, this book was selling steadily for $15 to $25. And I think that's still about where it's, you know, where it's at now. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Now, speaking of like books on fire, this book here, I am surprised at how much it's going for. And I have been looking for the Walmart variant, but I have not found it. But that is Strange Academy #1. Strange Academy #1, with all the first appearances in there, is just going for some bucks, right? And I got all these when they first came out, paid cover price. Strange Academy #1, the regular cover, variant cover, Scotty Young variant, and the J. Scott Campbell variant. Now, it's funny is when these came out, you know, Marvel had the previews in a few of their titles a few months prior, and I was like, yeah, that's not bad. I'll buy into that. And you know, I like Humberto Ramos. I loved it when he did the Impulse run, the series, and Crimson. That's a great series. But these were all cover price, and they were not. There was no limit on them. And now I wish I would have bought more. Because each one of these are probably 25 to, I mean, you know, they're going as a set $125 if you sold all of them together or more. And I think they're going to continue to go up in value. And then I got Strange Academy #1 second print. Now, I did go to eBay for these, and I did pay roughly, I want to say maybe $8 a piece, which I thought was not a bad deal, and that's including postage. So I got 4 of those from at $8 a piece. It's not bad. Then I did have these Strange Academy #2 first print. And this one I'm really digging. But I could only get 2 copies. And that was Strange Academy #2 second print. And I really like that cover. I think that's got some long-term value. Alright. Strange Academy. Speaking of alternate printings, Thor #5 came out today or yesterday. #5, first appearance of Black Winter, and that is the 3rd printing. That's sold out everywhere. I was surprised actually when I went to the store, the LCS. I was out of town. I stopped into the store, and it's a bigger store. The city's bigger, so you know, there's a lot more collectors, so I was surprised to see that still on the shelf at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, to be honest. Some other printings. There's second printing #5, first appearance of Black Winter. 3rd printing of #2. All these are paid cover price. Second printing of #1 of Thor. Cover price, Dr. Tomorrow. I bought that only because it was a Peach Momoko cover. Found this for $1, which is a pretty good deal. Now it's not in near mint because there's some printing error on there, color rub. Miles Morales, Spider-Man #2. I researched this and cannot figure out who actually did this cover. Couldn't find it anywhere. I know it's a tribute cover variant to Stan Lee. after his passing, but I got that for $1. No, I'm not sure what it really goes for in that condition. In near mint, it goes for about $10 to $15. But with that color rub on the side there, I don't know. Got that for $0.25 because I think I was missing number 4, so I bought it for $0.25. Also for $1, Ghost Rider second print gold glow in the dark number 15 volume 2. Anytime I see God of Thunder for $1 or less, regardless of the issue, I'll pick it up. Number 15 and number 14. Now, I bought these books because they were in high grade Batman's. Wasn't quite sure if I had these because there was a time when I wasn't getting Batman. And this was around that time, so I wasn't sure. And the only reason why I bought it was because I didn't recognize this cover here, 526 by Kelly Jones. And so, because I wasn't sure I had that, I went ahead and picked the little bit of books that they had in that run, which was 526, 527, 528. This is that order, 521 and 532, which is a glow in the dark gimmick cover. And that was $0.25 each, so I picked those up. Cover price, that Texas Blood number 1. You know, I bought these are cover buys, but I really like Mirko Adolfo's Mercy number 3. Number 1 I've shown already. Yeah, I'll show it. I have it. Cover price, Monstrous number 28. The new one came out today, I think, number 29. Love that series. The Mighty Thor number 2. I don't know what volume it is, but what did I pay for that? I paid either $1 or $0.25. Paid $0.25 for this. Riri Williams Ironheart number 3. Another God of Thunder number 4 for $1. Got all these at cover price. Art Germ Spider-Woman variant. The Chip Zdarsky cutout. I really like these covers here. I think they have long-term play. They've done it with a few of their titles. Spider-Woman, the homage of all the covers, and then the J. Scott Campbell variant. As said before, I'm a sucker for movie homage posters. There's Deceased on Unkillables, number 2, homage to Full Metal Jacket. Another Art Germ cover, The Web, number 7. And this here, this book ticks me off. So, Venom number 26. Now, when they advertised this book on Midtown, it said this, and I thought that it was going to be a secret variant cover. So I bought a few of the titles. I didn't buy them all, thank God. But I bought Venom and Incredible Hulk and maybe Daredevil. There was only like 3 or 4 that I bought. And, you know, if you got this book, you know, it's the first appearance of the Virus. And this cover here is nothing. There's nothing behind it. It just goes right into the book. This is the cover. And it kind of reminds me of the Legends of the Dark Knight when that came out as a new Batman book in the early 90s. And they just had 5 different colors for number 1. And everybody was buying them, including my, you know, dumbass. And that's kind of what that made me feel like, a chump. Buying Venom number 26. And all it is a variant color cover. You know, I'm down with buying some of the other books that are just solid colors. Like, I think the new Detective 1027 that's coming out that's all light blue, and they did Green Lantern all green. But even then, they have like this, protective cover on it. But I really felt like a chump buying that 20, number 26. Now, granted, thankfully, I did pay cover price, and it is the first appearance of the virus, and that book is probably a $7 to $10 book on a good day. I'm not paying that, but that's what it is. So with that, we're at 30 minutes, and I'm going to stop there. Hope everybody had a great New Comic Wednesday yesterday. And final order cutoff is today for books. So hopefully everybody gets their orders in. Peace out.